Smartest Cities Challenge here in Belfast is part of an overall global programme that we've been running in IBM. More and more people are living in cities, and this programme is intended to try and improve the lives and the quality of lives for citizens in those cities. So today here in Belfast, 6 IBM leaders from different parts of the globe are arriving in, and they'll spend 3 weeks here in Belfast working on a programme which is focused in terms of deprivation and segregation here in the city, and trying to suggest some improved paths for the council to follow.
Belfast competed. I'm delighted to say that we were successful, and we're now in the network, and what that really means is that they send to us experts to look at deep-seated challenges in the city. The challenge we have set is the issue of unemployment, poverty, and of course our peace lines and the divisions within the city.
They'll be working with local communities, they'll be working with obviously the City Council, they'll be meeting with councillors, with MPs for the area, with voluntary agencies to try and understand, the issues on the ground. At the same time, what they'll be doing as well is looking at data sources that are available to, whether it's the council or to various groups, and looking at how we can derive insights from that data in terms of the effectiveness of programmes, or what's stopping programmes from being effective, and how we can make them better.
To launch the Smart Cities Challenge, we've brought together civic leaders who will want to engage in a really robust fashion with our IBM colleagues in the coming days and weeks. They started yesterday, they hit the ground running. I was delighted to host them in the parlour, and today we're going to launch to the community, because though they are authorities in their field and they know really how to study data to find better solutions to some of our challenges, the real experts are those that live at the grassroots in the communities.
As IBMers, we're all living in cities, we're all members of communities in those cities, so as part of our overall philanthropic efforts, we wanted to make a big contribution in terms of improving the lives of the communities in which we live. So that was really how the idea started, because cities are facing a lot of different challenges, whether it's transport, health, public safety. There's a whole array of issues.
Yeah, I think there are two aspects to this. One, we have more data available to us as citizens than ever before in history. How do we use that? How do we make sure that if we can gather data, we're reading it, analysing it correctly, and therefore helping us to run our cities more efficiently and better? Number one. Number two, this data to access, you really need to have good broadband access in our super connected city. In my view, is not unrelated to this. We need to make sure that people can get to that data that's out there, get to that information that's out there. If we want to have a peace dividend across the city, then everyone needs to have access, in my view, to the web. And so when IBM come up with solutions, and I think they will come forward with innovative suggestions, and I do believe we will adopt some of these, because I don't think you bring together so many high-powered individuals and don't come up with good suggestions and good solutions. When we do that, I think we need to make sure that all our people can benefit, and part of that has to be being able to access the data and access the solutions that come from data.
As a company, IBM has been around for just over 100 years, and we've been in Ireland for very close to 60 of those.
We've all seen in the last number of years the power of the internet, mobile technology, social media. I mean, it's infiltrating, it's getting into every part of how we live our lives. And I think we can make it a really positive part of how it can improve the lives of citizens.
And that includes here in Belfast, where as well as our sales and services operation, we have a great team of software developers that joined IBM when we acquired Cuban Labs a couple of years ago.
Well, I actually hope it'll complement all the great things that are going on in this city. If you, and I was in London last week meeting Boris Johnson, and when you look at what the narrative of Belfast is, what's the story from Belfast, you want people to know that we are one of the 100 smarter cities network. You want them to know that Belfast competed to be in there and was successful and won. You want them to know that a global team of experts from IBM is spending 3.5 weeks in Belfast working with our civic leaders at grassroots and at City Hall level. You want really to make sure that the message from Belfast is positive, optimistic, buzz, and that we're seeing one of the great cities of the earth. So we're now in the company, the august company of Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, Bucharest, Christchurch, New Zealand, Philadelphia, and to be honest, that's the Champions League I want to play, and I think that's a Champions League Belfast should be playing, and IBM's helping us maintain our place in that coveted group of international cities.
There were 400 cities that applied for the programme, 100 were successful, so credit to Belfast for getting into the 100 in the first instance. I think what impressed the team when they were looking at the application from Belfast is that there was a real desire on the part of the city officials to make things better for the citizens of Belfast, and that really did come across for the team, and that was a big factor in Belfast being selected for the programme.